Well, as promised, this is part 3, and this in here is the forward, which is on the right of the SST model 16, 18. I don't know if they make any more or not. The diaphragm right in here, in about 1.5 inch span, was loose and it was underneath. Couldn't see it. Now I thought I had it fixed. This is a one-way check valve, and it had been rubbing right here on the fan, but barely leaking. And so I ended up hot weld gluing this, because this is a discontinued John Deere dealer here in Texas, tells me. I don't know if that's true or not, but I give up. I went to every tractor supply around, John Deere. No, it's just, might be a special order if they can get it. Won't be the same size, blah. Okay. On the back side right here, for you DIY lovers on these things, these are now $179 plus shipping and tax, and you're gonna get not a made in USA, you're gonna get one from either France, Germany, Taiwan. Most likely it's the same thing, goes on Cub Cadets, they tell me. Right here on the back, they didn't fool old Bear. They left a little place for me to get in here. Bingo. Nice and clean inside. No damage to this rubber here or to the diaphragm. She just coming unbonded. So I am going to go in there to the trim shop, and I am going to take some of that super glue. I'm going to clean this real good, the diaphragm. I'm gonna clean this ring real good, and I'm gonna put me a silicone type glue bond down, give it about probably all day, and gonna save this $174 part. So once we get this back together, but you can see when it was fit in there, it had come loose. And also I'm gonna take this down with some silicone spray on the outside. It's nice and soft, no cracks. So this is a little bit of part 3. I may go into part 4. So let me go out here real quick. I found one good creator, and I thought, well, shoot, you know, he's got an old filthy one. And I kind of fast forwarded through until I saw how them diaphragms actually work. Let's stop this a minute and go out here to the tractor. All right, I hope I can do this justice here. This bellow on this side is one that works the reverse. And the reverse pedal would be here, and it clicks those solenoids down inside here. And that one there would be like if the wheel was in reverse, and this one here is spinning if you're going in reverse, and then that one going the opposite direction. But there was the culprit. This one over here, the diaphragm for front drive, was collapsed. Couldn't see it. It was going in and out, but then it was losing vacuum. Now I got the 3D fan on. I'm gonna probably pull it back off, and I've got to relieve this spring a little bit, because when you start this motor and you depress the pedal here, that fan should not be spinning until you disengage. And right now it already is engaging. So it's telling me that brand new belt is the correct belt, but it's a little tight. So I will use my special spring remover tensioner, and I'm gonna put me probably a 3/4 inch piece in here to let this spring until that belt, you know, gets to where it will not turn this fan. Let's lock this off a minute. Hang on. Well, one-handed, this is a booger. Okay, pedal locked off. And see how that fan's turning right now, but it is already starting to engage fully, and that thing shouldn't be spinning while you have the pedal depressed and the slack in the belt. So we'll get finished up here, put that diaphragm back on, and continue part 3 hopefully this afternoon before it gets too hot. Thanks for watching. Hope this little deal on the SST 16 is kind of beneficial to somebody. Come back and we'll wrap this up. Hopefully we're steering out here and mowing grass. All right, I've given this is continued on part 3 of the SST 16. And I've used the 3M, and this is the weather strip bonding cement, and it is good rubber to rubber and rubber to steel, rubber to plastic. Phenomenal stuff right here. All right, she's bonded, and been over an hour. I wanted to make sure everything's there, and now we've got this snap ring that's got to go on and make sure it went on the right way. This little bit of booger right here was over here on the other side, and then there's that notch up here. So this thing's got to go on just like this. So when it mounts in, the low mounting brackets down here and the high ones up here, and this is facing the rear of the mower. Let's see if we can't successfully snap this thing back together without moving anything. I'll be working a little bit obnoxiously here. Don't have a helper. Wonderful Sammy is no longer with us. I keep mentioning that. I sure do miss that gal. I'm going to use these real blunt pliers. Actually, side cutters. Now, if I hadn't got too much glue, really need 2 pair of hands for this. Probably not doing the camera justice. She's rocking on me. Yeah, I may have to wait on my dear friend Mr. Pepper to stop by, and he'll pull one side and I'll pull the other. There's that blemish mark right here. So I know I'm lined up and got the thing right direction. See if we can put a little pressure right here. Come on, Booger Bear. That was a good click sound. She sure come off with these. Patience, Bear, patience. It's got a nice seal. But she sure don't want to snap. So apparently the glue is holding me off, and we'll wait till Mr. Pepper gets over here. Way it always goes here when you kind of not try to save the diaphragm, and if I have to, I'll take a soldering iron around here and I'll heat that real good, a plastic or my heat gun, and we'll get back to you. So part 3.5 is going on. We'll be back. All right, when I pulled this apart earlier this morning, that thing came right off the snap ring, and I got the diaphragm back in, and had to actually soak it in some hot water, and then also use the heat gun. But I got it all back in the right groove, and that snap ring plastic would not snap back on. Years of neglect. But so use the old soldering iron here, and got her welded. Now, we're not after pretty, we're after seal. But it was lacking about 10 to 15 thou going snapping in. The other side kind of snapped in good, but now we have a diaphragm, hopefully, that's actually going to work. There she's collapsed. She's fit good. Let's pull her out because we don't have any vacuum sucking on it. All right, let's see if Bear's Rod Shop BRS has saved $179, or was it an hour or so waste? But let's go put her back together. No, I'm not going to grind on this thing, make it look like it's a factory. Made in USA, that's good enough for me. But then I was saying, yeah, piece of cake. But it don't go back together like a piece of cake. All right, let's go get this thing on the mower and see if we can't wind up part 3 and put the body back on and be turning some blades. I do have some welding on the mower deck, so I probably won't show all that. And I got to put on some new blades. Let's get to the shop. Not real sure how good this is going to video. This is going to end old part 3, and if you see out there the body, I should join probably the mower's deck body NASCAR type on and off. I've had that thing on and off 8 to 10 times in about 2 weeks. I hope this is the final. With that diaphragm that I'll be showing prior to this, right here was the culprit. Now we started off with electrical issues with the solenoid. Let's do a recap on this thing. Got another solenoid from Mr. Pepper, like I said in one of the videos. Got that done. Then the solenoid in the carburetor. No good. Had to put a gas stop on it, cut that little stem off, screw it back in. Motor runs great. 3D fan, all that's done. That one here is the one that drives the forward. This drives reverse. Let's hope the noise don't choke us out. Got reverse. Now let's put it in gear first. Left, and we got right, we got reverse. Finally, we're going down a road where we steer this thing. Idle is set as low on the carb as I can get it, and I'm going to have to do something because I don't have a deck up here, a bonnet over this thing. So I'm going to end up putting a heavier spring on it to pull that down. I don't like it idling this high. 3D fan, all that's on. No leaks in the gas tank. And finally, she's ready to go. Again, thanks to all my guys out there and those creators that do the SST 16s and 18s. They are a booger. And now I need to get this done. Get the mowing done. Get over in that trim shop and get back in there and stay, because this has been a heartbreaker. Even though I bought another mower, I need this mower. We'll be putting that Troy built up here real quick out here in Marketplace, Craigslist, whatever, out on the curb. And but eventually I'm gonna build a hood for this thing. Kind of built like a 28 Roadster front end, something that's easy on and off, and keep this whole thing serviced. Bears Rod Shop, we're out of here. No more part 4. You know, I could get out there on part 3 and show it mowing and stuff. Got to get on that deck though this afternoon before it gets too hot, and get the welding done, get the new blades on, get all that nitrogen grass out of that thing, and gonna crank up to about 91 today. So I'm gonna call it quits here pretty quick. Put that body back on again, probably number 11. I don't know. Quit taking count. All right, SST lovers. One last look at the old thing. Yeah, she's 99 model, and as long as that motor stays with me and I keep it serviced, I'm gonna hang on to this thing. She'll go and get some new tires here one day. Bears Rod Shop, we're out. Hope this helps one of you guys out there. If it does, it's worth making these videos. We're out.